Thank you, Mr. Cavallari. Dean Stenger will now present the Dean's Award. Dean Stenger.
John. Each year, the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences gives its highest award, the Dean's Award for Achievement, to someone who has made a substantial contribution to the practice of engineering or the applied sciences and has had an exceptional professional career. It is with great pleasure that I'd introduce to you this year's recipient of the Dean's Award for Excellence and Achievement, Norman R. McCombs, Senior Vice President of AirSep Corporation, located here in Amherst, New York, where we are so pleased that he is accompanied today by his wife and partner of 47 years, Grace McCombs, and friends and colleagues from AirSep. Mr. McCombs, a native resident of the Buffalo area, received his mechanical engineering degree from the School of Engineering in 1968, and since that time he has pursued a career of great distinction in innovating a technology that allows millions to do something that many, if not most of us, do with ease, and that is breathe. Among his many achievements, his life-saving inventions to pressure swing adsorption technology have led Mr. McCombs to devise a portable oxygen device weighing less than 5 pounds, an enormous improvement on a design that began at 200 pounds and was subsequently refined by Mr. McCombs to 45 pounds. Mr. McCombs' more recent invention of a 4.4-pound device has alleviated the suffering of millions of people worldwide and has been approved and found safe by the FAA, allowing air travel for those to whom it had not been possible before. His ingenuity has created jobs for thousands of people in Western New York and around the world, and his inventions have been put to a wide variety of other uses globally, from fish farming and gold mining to glass processing and wastewater treatment. I encourage you all to learn more about Mr. McCombs' impressive accomplishments by reading the citation on page 2 of your commencement program. The University of Buffalo School of Engineering and Applied Sciences is truly honored to name Norman R. McCombs as an alumnus who merits our highest regard. For his extraordinary contributions, we wish to present him with this, the Dean's Award for Achievement. Congratulations, and thank you for your work. Norm?
It's great to be here. Thank you, Harvey, so much. Thank you, everyone involved with selecting me for this award. The last time I went to one of these, it was after graduating from the old UB campus on Main Street, and we graduated. The commencement was held in Klein's Music Hall, and I think there were like 25 or 30 in the class, and we just recognized by standing up and sitting down again, so it wasn't very formal. So this is great. This is like a real graduation for me now. I'd like to thank those friends and associates that have supported me throughout my career and in many ways extended my career. In fact, that I'm still going, I like to think strong, is because of my association with certain friends. Also, I'd like to acknowledge my father. He was an immigrant to this country. He came in 1921, and he built a home about 2 miles over there. I figured that out when I was standing outside. Mr. Walsh and I were discussing. My father built a home there, and I was literally born in that home. It's still there. The fact that my father came to this land of opportunity, he gave me the opportunity to be raised and educated in this great culturally diverse community of Western New York. Most of all, I'd like to recognize and thank my wife, Grace, as Harvey said, of 47 years. Actually, it's 53 years if you count high school. And she's back there somewhere. Wave. Okay. Without her, I think I would have accomplished very little, and anything I did or have accomplished would mean nothing without her. So, congratulations to the graduating class of 2008. Just between us, I'm going to sort of come out of the closet today. Got a little secret, yeah. Not quite what you're thinking. Okay. But what most people don't know about me is I'm a Trekkie. Okay. I'm a long-time Star Trek fan. I don't know if there's anybody out there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you bet it. Yeah. Okay. You beat me to the punch. Okay. Many people that know my background would expect that Scotty would have been my favorite character on that show, but in fact it was Mr. Spock. You know, I love the way Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock solved these major problems of the universe with a logical and calm approach of applying the laws of engineering, science, and mathematics. He also did something else. He used the common language of engineering to communicate with a diverse group of beings, and in many cases prevent conflict. I challenge you and encourage you to, in some ways, to emulate Mr. Spock, right? I think in today's world, you're ideally positioned to help solve the massive problems that we have in this world, not just this country, but this world relative to the environment and to energy. Also, I'd like to point out the fact that you do speak this common language of engineering, worldwide common language of engineering. And what you have an opportunity to do is, through this language, communicate with others around the world and knock down those artificial cultural barriers that exist between us that lead to so much distrust and hatred and bloodshed. You can do that. It's important. It's a common language that goes through our profession of engineering, right? I believe that the most important nationality is have the citizenship of Earth. The most important race, the only race, is the human race. If we are to survive as either, we had better start behaving like this is so. Okay. I have another confession to make, and that's I'm a Yankee fan. Okay. Okay. Anybody ever heard of Yogi Berra? The older ones, raise their hands. Right? Well, Yogi had a lot of sayings, so to speak, I would call them, comments, and one of the things that he said is that the future ain't what it used to be. Think about that. Wait a minute, that one I almost figured out, and it seems to me that I disagree with Yogi, because if you think about 4 or more years ago, the future that you imagined, that you used to think about, is today. Okay? So now is the time to set new goals for yourselves, to find a new future for yourself, to dream big, okay? Aim high and work hard, and the future you imagine today will happen. It did for me. I went through this 50 years ago. It worked out for me. And getting this award today is an affirmation of that for me, right? Right? As you're sitting here today, I know how I felt years ago. I had mixed emotions about, I felt good about graduating, but I felt sad about leaving the university environment. I'm sure that a lot of you are feeling that way. Well, one way to assuage that feeling is to stay involved with the university through the Alumni Association, right? To maintain contact and support the university, your alma mater, through word and deed. And as you go through life, spread the good word about UB and Western New York, right? For me, there's no better place. Okay. So, thank you one and all. It's great to be here. And as Mr. Spock would say, live long and prosper.